Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, line 80. Mike 5-4. Here we go, go to 54, line 80. Check, go. Mike 54. 26.
Prescott on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
First down, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott now from the 50. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Sparks, and that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, mister. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here we go. 45. You remember me? You remember me? 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
2nd and 2. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Will Lutz on for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 54. I'm scared. Check 3. Check. There we go. Kill.
From the 39, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Prescott down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. To the air again, Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Prescott to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They come up in an offset eye. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Sparks. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys.
Nah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Go. 47. 54. 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
47. We're going to 54. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Prescott now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 3rd down. Sparks. And it's complete. Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Ready up. 54. Mike 54. I got you. 2.
A first down carry for Smith. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Rush in. Rock it. Ready?
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And the Falcons first down.
Ready? 18 Gator. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, orbit. 56 to Mark.
On first and 10, Sparks, and finding the tight end Hooper. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
On second down now, it's Smith, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here we go now with Smith. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. 2nd and 4. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, as the first half is winding down, and the Falcons have retaken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half, Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line. On the ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On first down, Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
30 base. Hey, my 7.
To throw on second down. Sparks going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sparks. Throwing right, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Get him. Check. Check out. Hot. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now it's Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around? And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 51 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Prescott yet again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Looking to throw on second down. Sparks, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First down.
Down. 8, read. 54. Mike, 54. Here we go. Time. Hey, Alpha. Right there. 54, right there. Now.
On the counter, it's Smith. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Come on, set. 10-2, sir. 56.
Rip left. Big edge.
General West. Hey, exit. Deep grip.
To throw on second down. Sparks. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That's me. Mike 54.
Let go.
Throwing on third and long. Sparks. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
Go to 54, go to 54. Line in.
54, right there.
Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Elliott. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They got to get...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Second and 13. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, check.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run.
Back to throw. Sparks. That's complete to Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they?
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches, and the gamble pays off. They get... First downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Smith. A gain of 3. Second down.
The ball carrier taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Check 99. Check cross. Now. Hey, Delta. Switch. 49. Check 49. Switch. Check.
Again, it's Smith. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Let's go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On the run, it's Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set up. 60 or 56. Hey, tight. Check 24. Under 10. 10. Fire.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ready. Mike's by 4. You don't know no better. Spine.
They'll run on first down. Smith. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready, 50, play.
54 Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Chance.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Chance.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw. Sparks, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott now from the 50. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Atlanta, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. I'm Brandon Gaudin, sir. Catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.